There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the ImagineEars Disney podcast. I am your host, Matt. I'm joined, as always, by my good friend and co-host, Susie. Hi, Susie.
Hi, welcome back to recording in our offices.
Yeah, not a car. where it was
I
like 1,000 degrees.
I went back and listened. We sounded pretty good. Yeah. Do we want to?
I
Do we
did the
want to
best that
address?
I could. I did the best that I could with the audio
I
because
thought it sounded great.
there was lots of road noise from
Hmm.
traffic outside, but I did my best to
Well,
filter it out.
I thought it sounded good. I love that we were able to finally record an episode in the same location, even though that location was a moving
Well,
vehicle.
I'm trying to think the last time we actually did that.
I don't think we've done that. We've done videos together for like Patreon,
That's true.
but I don't think we've done an actual episode.
Wow, 5 years
Yeah.
almost. 5
Yeah,
years next month. Yeah, 5 years next month. Crazy.
that is crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, and just like in 1 month because it's April 15th.
Yep. Tax day. Although I think it's the 18th this year.
Tax day?
I think so.
I don't
'cause
know.
it
I already did
I
mine, so.
think it got moved because it's a weekend or something.
Mm.
Yes, the 15th is a Saturday.
Yeah, so if anyone wants financial advice for filing those taxes, this is the wrong show.
Please consult your
Anyone else?
CPA, your
Yeah, I've got one of
tax
those.
attorney,
I go here, do the stuff.
or if you do it on your own, TurboTax,
Good luck.
Tax Slayer.
I do love the memes where the government, it's like government, like, okay, you need to give us taxes. Me, how much do I owe you? Government, no, it's up for you to tell us that. And if you're wrong, you get put in jail. But you know.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Anyway, but
Anyway,
yeah, welcome back.
Yeah, last episode was in a car. We talked about Tron, and man, that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. I cannot wait to ride Tron again. You're going? Are you not here in a few weeks?
I have a reservation. We'll see how it goes. I have the day set aside. We'll see if I'm able to go down. But
Okay.
I'm glad we were able to do the preview,
Yeah.
so I didn't have to worry about the stress of getting a boarding group or whatever they're going to be calling it.
I was just about to ask. I feel like we still call it boarding group from Rise of the Resistance, but I don't know what else to call it.
Yes. And did you also see that Tron is obviously going to be on the app for the boarding groups, quote unquote, but Guardians is also going to be on the app. I'm sure there's not going to be any issues at all.
We'll see.
The app has a stellar reputation of running smoothly on important dates where lots of people are trying to do things.
Have we had this happen? Was there an overlap with Rise and Ratatouille?
Nope.
No. Okay.
I think this is the first time they have had two attractions
At Disney World.
At Disney World.
Disneyland has.
Yes, with
Because of
Spider-Man and Rise of the Resistance.
Right.
I believe there was a brief window of time where that was the case out in Disneyland.
Maybe they learned something from Disneyland. Disneyland's got a great app. But I doubt it because our app is terrible.
Yeah. Anyway.
But anyway, I was at Disney last week.
Yep. Oh, and I do want to mention that we have released our ride review video. We've released it to our patrons first, and then here in a few days we will release that to the general audience. But be sure to go check that out on our YouTube channel here in the next few days. It will be up.
It was so hard being at Disney and knowing I can't get to Tron again. It's definitely going to change the dynamics completely of Magic Kingdom. I don't really know though. Dynamics meaning just the general thrilledness. I still don't know what that's going to do for lines though, because Magic Kingdom is the family-friendly park. So I still feel like the Pirates, the Haunted Mansions, the Peter Pans of the world, the Small Worlds will have longer, still pretty long times, but I don't know.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what the balance does with the park.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with Splash down and gone forever, waiting for Tiana. Yeah, Tiana's Bayou Adventure to open. That's going to be a while. So we still have Big Thunder over there, but you know,
Excuse me.
the Tomorrowland side of the park is definitely going to be seeing a lot of traffic in
Hmm.
a few weeks.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. I went to Flower and Garden,
oh yes,
which was lovely as always. Didn't really try any food. Why didn't we do? Oh, we went and had we did a brunch at Ohana that day. My friend, we were down there for her birthday, and that's what she wanted to do. So obviously that made us very full, and we didn't need to eat again until like 7 p.m. because we ate at like 11 a.m.
mm,
So I didn't really snack around. There's the butterfly house. Topiaries are out. Everything's looking good.
the
But we also
family
did.
madrigal.
Yes, it is so cute out front, welcoming everyone, which I love that. That was obviously a great call because Encanto is so popular. But we rode the monorail, back and forth from Epcot back over to eat at Polynesian, and then hopped back over with the monorail from the TTC to Epcot, and got a view, as most people do, obviously, of what's going on in the construction.
Mm-hmm.
They're moving along. You can see all the pipes and the pumps where Moana is going to be. So that was cool. But yeah, the Epcot's still a little bit of an eyesore right now. I just hadn't written that monorail in a while, so getting to see behind the curtain, if you will, was interesting. But
Yep,
it's all they are doing a
it is
lot.
progressing
A
nicely. So,
lot.
and the statue should be, coming in with that as well. The
Yeah.
Walt statue. So,
Yeah.
Dreamer's Point, I think is what it's called.
I'm just very excited for Epcot to get a nice, full facelift for that whole, what do they call it now? Future World
Oh,
area?
World
No.
Celebration.
Yeah, because now they're all world something.
Yes, I
Mm.
think Celebration is the front. World Nature.
Oh yeah, over on the depending on which way you're looking, the right side or the left side. That's not very descriptive, but anyway, yeah, that happened. I'm trying to think if there's anything else major that we did or experienced that I can share. I mean, we just had a really good trip. It was very chill for adults. We rope dropped everything, so we were done pretty early in the evening, and would just come back and chill at the hotel, which was great. Yeah, we had a good time, but um, what else? Oh, someone in our group rode Guardians for the first time
Oh,
and said it's
fun.
their favorite ride now, which
I
fair.
mean, I
I s-
mean,
I saw a TikTok and it listed the fastest rides, the top 5 fastest rides at Disney World. I did not realize Guardians goes like 60 miles an hour.
it does. That launches.
I
No
did
joke.
not know it goes that fast.
Yeah, it's a great ride.
It is.
And, we talk about it a little bit in our video, I think, and maybe in the last podcast. I think Tron is going to get kind of a unfair rap just based on the timeline that everything has come out. Tron was supposed to come out way before Guardians, and
Mhm.
it just didn't happen that way. Completely two different attractions, two different beasts. But I think Tron's great. But Guardians
Me too.
is for sure the better attraction, the
It
better
is.
ride. So good stuff.
Mm.
Um, Little Mermaid trailer
Yeah.
came out at the Oscars.
Yeah, it did.
I can just tell you're so excited.
Go ahead. No, do we want to go ahead.
I'm looking forward. I think it looked great. The only thing that was like, what is going on, was when Sebastian showed up. I was like, what are they doing? That's an interesting design choice.
See, to me, it is not an interesting design choice because he looks like a crab. I think that is just the byproduct of doing a live action movie where some of the characters just don't translate well to live action.
Kind of like the Lion King.
They looked
the emote. The
they
emoting.
looked beautiful, right? But I feel like there was more emotion in the Jungle Book characters, but that I also think, and no offense to the Lion King, I think the voice acting was better also in the Jungle Book. Yeah, I saw the trailer. It looks, in terms of just art, it looks nice. I just have remake exhaustion. I will go see it, and I think there's a lot that unfortunately, you know, I just think it's, I don't know. We'll see.
I was
I'm
impressed.
just
The
tired.
music sounds good. I like the new
Yeah.
arrangements. I think those sounded great. Lin-Manuel Miranda is doing the music for this. So,
But I have Lin-Manuel Miranda exhaustion
oh
too.
no, oh
I
no,
know.
Susie,
He was just
never.
everywhere for so long, and it was good, and then it was like, "Okay, thank you."
Look, I would rather have
I know.
consistency and just a high level of execution when it comes to music. I mean, I'm trying to list everything that he's done recently, like Moana, obviously Hamilton.
Encanto, I know, I just bragged about that. And Tick Tick Boom a couple years ago, which was one of
Yeah,
my favorite movies. I know it's not Disney, but that movie's brilliant. I don't know. Maybe I just have a bad attitude and I need to get it in check. But I'm just ready.
so negative, Susie.
But Disney needs to step it up very specifically with the animation studio. But these live action remakes are just such safe little
Yeah,
projects they keep doing. Like, risk it, do something exciting that we haven't seen before. I want to meet new characters, I want to go to new places, and I'm not talking about that Jake Gyllenhaal movie that nobody saw. Other than that, do something new.
not a great night for Disney at the Oscars.
No,
So
no, and maybe that'll light a fire because
maybe.
uh uh that Pinocchio movie was weird, but that Pinocchio movie
Well,
is
I mean,
stunning, but it's
Del
awesome.
Toro. So,
I know, but it's cool. It's
oh yeah,
different.
for sure. And what did it? What lost? I can't remember. What did they pick for the animated? Oh, Turning Red.
Mhm.
That was their choice for
Pixar needs to step it up too. The last couple Pixar movies have been mediocre. So Elemental, a lot of pressure.
a lot of pressure on Elemental. I am looking forward to it. I love the
Me too.
preview trailer for it. It looked really good. So
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
Um
Everything
one
everywhere all at once. Just saying amazing. Amazing.
amazing.
What a great night.
Yeah. Did you cry with the Harrison Ford, Kiwi Kwan?
I no, I didn't cry, but man, that hit me right in the feels.
Yeah.
I mean, just everything with him. He deserves it.
He's so sweet. He's so wholesome. Same with Brendan Fraser.
Oh
So
gosh.
sweet. Amazing performances. Maybe we should, some of our extra Patreon content, we just talk about movies recently because I've seen some wild, crazy movies. I've got that movie pass and I put it to use. If it's in theaters, I'm going to see it.
Yep. Movies
So
and all the TV shows. Tomorrow's a big day. You have
tomorrow's a big day.
Mandalorian,
And
episode 3,
yes,
and Ted Lasso season 3
yes.
comes out tomorrow. So
Wow. What a time to be alive.
what a time to be
Oh,
alive.
and Last of Us season finale
Yep, season
was this
finale was
week.
Sunday.
Oh my gosh, I was so I had a lot of feelings during
Joel,
that.
man,
Joel, it's so hard.
Stone Cold Killer.
It's like I get it, but he made a lot of bad mistakes in the way that he did it. So I don't know. I've
Yeah,
never played the game, so I don't know where it's
yeah.
going. Can't wait.
We just need to do another episode, like a Patreon episode.
Yeah.
So
A lot of good TV out right now.
yeah,
But anyway, so let's circle it back to the Disney camp because we do have some major news, and we cover these things when it happens, but when this kind of sad news happens, it gives us an opportunity as well to talk a little bit more about Disney history, which we love doing, and we get a lot of good feedback from you guys on that. So buckle in because we've got a Disney icon that we need to talk about tonight.
oh man, and you hate turning to Twitter or your favorite Disney news outlets, whatever they may be, and just seeing news like this, and
Mhm.
you know, it always just stings a little bit. And this past week we did lose legendary, and I mean legendary, Imagineer, you know, parks icon, Disney icon, Rolly Crump. You know, you talk about someone who had just an amazing life and career, and contributed so much to what we enjoy today in
Mhm.
both movies and in the parks, but the parks especially. Um, Rolly died at the age of 93, so he was born in 1930. And for most of his professional career, he did take some breaks from Disney and
Mhm.
did some projects for other theme parks,
Mhm.
his own consulting firm. But he will long be remembered for the work that he did with Disney for sure.
Yeah, there I want to throw this out there. I mean, we're not going to go like line by line, but if anyone wants a more comprehensive view of Rolly's life, to hear the interview Bob Gurr, there's a great article from the LA Times that talks about his legacy, his life, and it's a lot of detail. I definitely recommend checking that one out. I was reading it earlier today, and it's a fantastic profile on him and his life, but they call something out that is true. He had a very distinct style,
Oh,
and that
very.
style really kind of defined a huge portion of the Disneyland style. We talk about a lot of other iconic, you know, um, Imagineers and things from this time, but Rolly's style, and we'll talk about the ride specifically, but this article really proves the point that it is what, to this day, when you see these things, it's a Disneyland. It's very distinctly Disneyland. This is
Mm.
not just a Disney thing. It's different than things even at Disney World. We've inherited a lot of ideas and attractions from Disneyland, but I feel like this style is just so quintessential Disneyland, and we really do owe that to him.
Yeah, absolutely. And his career, even before Imagineering, he did kind of get his feet wet with
Mhm.
animation. He did work on Peter Pan, Lady and the Tramp, 101 Dalmatians, Sleeping Beauty. He was the actual assistant to one of Walt's 9 old men, as they call them, Eric Larson. So really, that mentorship, I think, kind of carried over, and we got to see some very unique things with him and his design style. I think almost out of any of the really, big name Imagineers,
Mhm.
Rolly was like the fun one, like the quirky one. Uh, I mean, when we did the episode on Haunted Mansion, we talked about him quite a bit because all the ideas that were floating around for Haunted Mansion. One of them was Museum of the Weird, and
Weird,
you
yeah.
had all these, just quirky, creepy kind of things that he brought to the table. I think the chair, I think the
Yes.
chair was his. Yeah. So
Yeah, and when you look at that compared to things like the Small World clock, you can
yeah,
definitely see his style, just the characterization of how he, I guess it was a personification of items and things to give them faces and personalities, it just really shines through. I also love, though, when we look back at the origins of WED Enterprises, which obviously became, um, Imagineers, Walt Disney Imagineering down the line. But a lot of those guys came from animation, and just shout out to obviously Walt Disney, but a lot of people for recognizing the importance of animators and a vision and a style and translating that into the theme park on a bigger scale. Because you're right, that's where he came from. And I just think it's really, I don't know, just really cool that it's not just like a picture, that they can take that same idea and turn it into something interactive and physical, um, that you see and is a landmark in the park.
yeah, and his work is just the expanse of what he worked on. With obviously the films and the animated films, but within the parks, you have, of course, Small World. I mean, the clock is iconic. Uh,
Mhm.
when you think of It's a Small World and you think of the facade, Disneyland and Disney World, that clock is, for a lot of people, the first thing that they think about.
Mhm.
Uh, you know, the Tiki Room over in Disneyland, the Tiki statues, like those were his idea. So he helped design those.
Which have made their, way to other aspects and other parks and other restaurants and bars, and
Oh,
so,
yeah.
yeah, it permeates across everything.
Yeah, and he worked very closely with Walt, all the way up until Walt's passing, and then
Mhm.
his career continued, and he did a lot of work initially for Epcot, uh, Wonders of Life Pavilion, the land.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show, just the variety of projects that he was able to pour his creative thought process into that we still get to continue to enjoy today.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, of the land right now, and there's those, the just everything in there. I can still even see where that, inspiration is, come from with it. It's just it's hard when we keep losing, these people. Obviously, they're in their 90s, and you had the awesome opportunity of literally like bumping into Bob Gurr a couple of weeks
Oh
ago.
gosh, yes.
Um, these are the icons and the people behind the scenes that, thanks to the Imagineering story, thanks to, articles like this one in the LA Times, but a lot of, things that Disney puts out, the Walt Disney Company and Disney Archives is very good at sharing these stories. Otherwise, you don't know the amazing people behind these things. So, really worked with, Mary Blair on a lot of stuff too, and it's just so cool to see, these people working together, and he was the supervisor, like, with her work to make sure her vision, for a lot of the other elements of Small World, came to life, and so you just you d this is such a big part of our lives, and these are the people that got it there. There's so many people behind the scenes that obviously you have to have an idea like Walt did. You have to be able to get financing like Roy did, but you also have to know how to put the right people in the right place. And that was Rolly. And yeah, I loved really reading more about him and seeing, popping back and forth with Disney, doing his own thing. Um, Landing on some stuff with Epcot. And then he published an autobiography in 2012 called It's Kind of a Cute Story, which is kind of a cute title. I would love to check that out. Um, so that's going to be added to my 2023 reading list. But
Add it to the book
retired,
list for
yeah,
sure.
retired from Disney in 1996. But obviously with different interviews and as there's been documentaries and projects over the years, he's been able to be a voice to give a sight into the past.
Yep. In the
Just
Imagineering story, he
an
had
icon.
some
Yeah.
some spots in that. So it's
Oh,
you think all these men and women from the early years of Imagineering and just kind of the foundation that they laid for Imagineering and the parks and just the impact that they've made. And you wonder, obviously, Joe Rohde and them came along after that. Uh, Tony Baxter. Who's the next generation?
yeah. I don't know. Um, because what's it's going to take, I think, a really another big project
Hmm.
to put some other, name on the map. Not that we're not recognizing the ones who, there's obviously some names with Galaxy's Edge and, things
Oh, of
there as
course.
well. And I can't wait to see, what new things they end up coming up with. But yeah, they just keep pushing everyone to do better and create better
I
work.
would
And
love to see something new. And by new, I mean original. Give me something like Pirates or Haunted Mansion,
mm,
and
you're tired of the IPs.
no, obviously a good IP can be a great ride. I think we have that in Rise of the Resistance and
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy, now Tron.
Yeah.
But, I kind of miss the opportunities to tell creative stories in unfamiliar territory, you know?
Well, I don't want to say this, but that's how I feel about the live action remake movies.
I mean, you're
But
not
but it's
wrong.
but it's the same thing, right? I'm trying to sit here and think of what's the last attraction, like a full new attraction that was not based on an IP. I mean, if I sat down, I could probably do it, but I don't know off the top of my head. The
I
last
mean,
10 years, at least, we haven't had one. We've had updates and changes, with the redhead in Pirates, but things like this, these, like, funny, kind of dark, whimsical characters that, like, we've looked at that Rolly created, like, where are those new styles and new, um, characters and stories and weird things we haven't seen before? I think the international parks kinda do a better job.
yeah, yeah. Ratatouille, maybe. I mean, that's a pretty original story idea. It's Pixar, but you know, that is what I would say is the most recent kind of uniquely Disney
Yeah.
ride. So,
Yeah.
well,
Mm.
time will tell, I guess.
Time
So.
time will tell,
But
so
tonight we celebrate Rolly and just the impact that he had on generations of families and park enthusiasts. And I think it'll be a long time that we'll be able to enjoy the fruits of his labor for sure.
agreed.
Well, anything else to add?
Um, no, I don't think so. I
Yeah.
think that's kind of all that's going on right now. It's not great news, but again, any opportunity to talk about names that maybe some of our listeners aren't familiar with, but they should be,
Mm.
we definitely enjoy taking those. But no, what else is going on in the Disney World right now? I don't in the
I
Disney
think
World.
I think we're just kind of gearing up for Tron.
I
They
think
did
so.
release the merchandise preview today. I don't know if you saw that.
Mm-mm.
They're doing the
No.
disc. They're doing the disc. So that's fun. I'm like,
All right.
ooh.
Well, that may have to be a Patreon giveaway one day.
Depending on,
How much it
well,
costs?
yeah,
How can you ship it?
because apparently it also doubles as a Bluetooth speaker.
Oh, ooh,
Yeah,
that's actually really cool.
that's pretty cool. Uh, you're going to be able to create your own character, like kind of like the Avatar
Mhm.
thing. So it should be, yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff. So very retro looking shirts and whatnot. But I want that disc.
Oh, I'm gonna have to actually try watching Tron again.
Ooh, should do another movie night. Maybe you'll stay awake this time.
Maybe I'm not free this Friday. I'm going to a concert.
What concert are you going to?
Avett Brothers.
Oh, fun times.
Yeah.
When's that Taylor Swift concert?
April 14th.
I knew it was coming up soon.
I have my outfit ready already. I'm just gonna call it a costume. It's an outfit. I have my outfit ready.
Good stuff. Good
Oh
stuff.
my gosh, I can't wait.
All right. Well, we're gonna end it here tonight. I think a little early, but short and concise. That's what we like.
Just I know there's another episode coming up that you did something very special
Yes.
on. When is
I
that?
was trying to figure out the best time to release that, just because we've had kind of specific timed things, like with the Tron preview, and then with Rolly dying. So maybe I'll just throw out a bonus episode. So yeah, I'll throw out a bonus episode maybe this week. So and we've had a couple of comments tonight, so say hello to all of them. NM Picard, hello. Jonathan Joseph, good to see you. Knott's Berry Tales Preserved plus Dark Rides.
Ride, yeah. Knott's Berry Tales, designed
Yes,
by
because
Rolly.
designed by Rolly. So I mean, it just goes to show you. I mean, he did so much for Disney, but he did so a lot of stuff outside the parks as well.
Busch Gardens, ABC Wildlife Preserve in Maryland, some work for the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey, Knott's Berry Farm,
The Golden Nugget in
Cousteau
Las
Ocean
Vegas.
Center. What an icon. Oh my gosh. What a resume.
He and the comment is 100% spot on. Rolly is a special person, so he will sorely be missed. So we definitely mourn the loss of him this week, but we are looking forward to continuing to enjoy his presence in the parks for many, many, many years to come.
A lot of different parks.
Yes.
A lot of people can enjoy that legacy.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode, everyone. If you have not subscribed to the podcast, you can find us by searching for the ImagineEars Disney podcast on your favorite podcast platform, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you like to listen, you can find us. Leave us a rating. Tell us what you love about the podcast, and we'll be back next week with another episode. But until then, friends, remember, if you can dream it, you can do it.
There's really no secret about our approach. We keep moving forward, opening up new doors, doing new things, because we're curious. And curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. We're always exploring and experimenting.